Namaskar friends. A person is a part of the society, or rather, that very person creates the society he or she belongs to. So, our own honesty, our own integrity, or our own qualities make and break the society. India became free on 15th August 1947 by the transfer of power from British rulers to the Indian rulers. When India became free on that very day, India was divided into many princely states. 562 princely states joined India and formed the present country. And after that, many days went by. Politics we see in every sphere of life, from the individual level to the family level to our society, or rather in our workplaces and at national level, even in the international level at large. And the politics that formulates our lives, particularly that influences our being or our freedom or our sovereignty, is the geopolitics. Geopolitics is a thing that broke our nation, that caused the partition. We blame it on the foreign rulers. But do we question ourselves? Do we question that it is our own people who ruled by the order of the British over the then population of India? It is our own people who wanted to break the nation, who didn't support the people who wanted India to be united. Germany was also broken into two pieces, but later it was united. By the foreign rulers, we got bled. The partition came with the loss of lives and many tragedies. Those incidents make us weep. We lament the loss, but do we now see our India as one? Do we really stand by our own motherland? Do we really want to support our own country? So why we do not stand against the people who wants to harm our nation, who wants to pollute the streets, who wants to pollute the air, who wants to pollute the minds of the people or the minds of the citizens? We must be very careful. We must be very careful when the people who live among us do not belong to the society which the freedom fighters dreamt of. This is very strange that the people who hoist the national flag on the day of pride, on the national days like Independence Day or the Republic Day, those very people do not care to keep the streets or the surrounding places clean, who do not care to elect or to vote for the people who will rule the nation in coming years, who don't go for voting, or who don't care to produce or present proper opinions. When they are questioned, about the welfare of the nation and the betterment of the nation, they know the truth, yet they ponder, yet they hesitate. They think a lot about what may happen to them. They should question themselves, do they worth the lives of those freedom fighters who gave their lives for them, who didn't hesitate to sacrifice their and their family's future? They must question, do they worth the lives of those soldiers and those officers who lay down their lives on the fronts of the nation, on the borders for them? So they should question every policies and every politics of the people who makes them, who make the policies, who run the country, because they should analyze, do the policies are apt for the nation? Are they fit, or will they really help the country to prosper? If so, then they should stand by the policymakers, or they should stand against it. They should give opinion. They should not take the law of the land in their hands, or they should not do any bad things. They should always give opinions in social media. They should stand by the policymakers, or they should criticize them. They should say what is good and what is bad. They should stand by the country in thick and thins, because we are not in a survival mode right now. But if the people who don't want good for India, if they become successful, then there may be a time when we may be on survival mode too. India was in chains for a long time, and it was partitioned, and she was harmed, she was really looted, and that should not happen again. That's why every citizen should do his duties as prescribed by the Constitution of India. The Constitution doesn't only tell us about our rights, it also tells us about the duties of a citizen, and the directive principles guides the policymakers. But every time when we see that the spirit of the Constitution is broken, when we see that the people who really don't want good for us get some privilege, in any corner of the land, we should really think, does our freedom fighters do the policies will be good for the nation? We should really think that if we want to be really great, we want really good for India, we should do good ourselves. We should do our duties properly. Otherwise, we don't have the right to criticize anyone, even not even the policymakers. So, I don't want to lecture anyone. It is not my ability, or I don't have any right to lecture about anything to you, my friends. I just want everyone to be a true Indian, to be a true patriot, to be a true lover of the nation, although he or she may not have any capability or a large capability to do anything. But remember, a squirrel even did his or her job during the time when a bridge was built, a bridge was being built to fight for the virtue against the vice. A bridge was built to rescue Sita from the Lanka. So thank you.